Hey everyone, Melanie Muenchinger here. Today I've got a project for you that doesn't involve card making or stamping, but it involves a product that you might already have in your crafting toolbox or might be on your wish list, which is Nuvo Crystal Drops. So what I'm going to be doing with this today, they're very popular for adding your own little dots, either in clear color or white onto your cards so that you can make drop embellishments that are shiny, give nice dimension and depth and detail to your projects. But today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to show you how you can use this to create jewelry or upcycle, embellish, or even repair jewelry that you've already got. So these are some little stud earrings that I had that were missing the stone. They had fallen out, and I used to have a little pair of turquoise studs, and I realized that I could fill these in with my Caribbean Ocean Turquoise Nuvo Crystal Drops. You can find a huge range of colors right now at Simon Says Stamp, so I've got a link for you below where you can find those in the store. This is a really popular look right now, this white stone that has the gray marbling through it. I'm seeing that in a lot of jewelry when I'm out shopping, and so I actually found a bag of these blank bracelets at Savers of all places, but you can find these at Hobby Lobby or another crafting store. Usually get a coupon. A lot of times they have 50% off of all their jewelry findings, but they have some different names. Sometimes they're called blanks, or sometimes they're called tiles or windows, but these are places that you can add either a stone, a circle punch, or sometimes they're square, or a tile, and then add some kind of rosin or filler over it to look like a filled piece of jewelry, like a semi-precious stone, or have a picture or something decorative. So I thought this would be perfect for trying with these Nuvo Crystal Drops. Really all you need is just something to protect your work surface, the crystal drops in the colors that you want, and then I use a toothpick to do that detailing. I've also got just a little paper towel in case I decide that I've put on a little bit too much or I don't like the pattern that I'm creating, and I can wipe it off. A lot of times I use the Gina K Tidy Towel on my projects when I am wanting to clean something off, but this is really kind of like sticky and gooey, not like an ink, so I'm just going to use a paper towel for cleaning today. So I'm going to show you some different samples that I made, and then we're going to get started on this. This is something that I saw in a gift store. I took a picture because I realized that this pendant looked very similar to a pair of earrings that I had gotten at a clothing swap. So they looked like this. They were just plain silver, but they had those same really cool beads on them. So I picked them up, I loved them, and then when I got them home, I realized the reason why the person brought them to the swap. They're very heavy. So that was just something that was too heavy for my ears. So I just pulled the fish hooks out. Unfortunately, I broke that, but I'm just going to super glue on, or E6000 on, a little bail on the back of that. But I did my own patterns here using that Caribbean Ocean and then this glossy white. So I could have done it exactly like it, but this is just something else that I was trying. So this is something I can put on a cord, and I can do something else with that. Maybe put it on a bracelet. So on here, I used that gloss white, and then I used the ebony black to swirl that in. There's a lot of other colors that you can use, but these are the ones that I'm going to show you today. So here is a little hairband that I got, and it was missing the stone, so I filled that in with some of the Caribbean Ocean, the white, and then the black. So these are the colors that I'm going to be using today. So what we're going to do is, if you need to put the color that you want to be the predominant color in first, and then you're just going to add drops of the color that you want threading through. If you're going to use the black, then you want to make sure that you don't use too much of it, because it's going to just really overpower and overwhelm the rest of that color. So I'm just going in with these drops, filling it in. And you have to remember that it's going to settle a little bit as it dries. You're going to need to put this aside. Because we're putting on so much, usually these dry pretty quickly. You know, I would put a card making project aside for at least 30 minutes, maybe only 15, but just to make sure that you don't hit it and then have it get messed up before it's finished. Okay, so it's going to settle down as you tap it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in just a little bit of this black. So I'm going to put in just a few dots. I'm going to give this to a friend, so it's okay if it looks like the other one, but we're just going to kind of play with it. You don't want to leave it like that unless you want it to look like a ghost or a face. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swirl this around. And with the black, it's almost like you can make a design with it if you saw on that little hair tie that you can just trace around the edge there. So see how quickly this fills in. So if you don't want it to be as dark, stop sooner. So I'm happy with that pattern. So put that one aside and then just tap it again. And you want to be generous with it because when it settles down, it could end up cracking if you haven't swirled it around. It can get little air bubbles in it. And then it can also settle. If you really want that rounded cabochon look, then you'll need to maybe do it one more time. Let me go ahead and do one here with the turquoise. So I'm going to fill this in. Such a pretty color. So fill this in with the Caribbean Ocean. And they've got lots of other colors in the line, reds, greens, yellows, but I just thought these were the closest to looking like real semi-precious stones. I'll show you in a minute some little studs that are just like those turquoise ones that I filled with a red. It's a rhubarb, and they look like garnet. Okay, and so I'm going to put in just a little bit of this black and then a little bit of the white. And there's nothing specific about me doing them kind of a triangle pattern. This is just so that it's going to be all over it rather than one area. And then I'll do just a little bit of the white. And I think I'm going to put in just a little more white there over here. So it's nice that you can layer these. But if you start with black, if you're going for an onyx look, just know that it's just going to blend in really quickly. And if it gets darker than you want, then you can go back in and add a little bit more of that base color. And then I'm just wiping this off on my, use a little bit more of the white there too. Just wiping that off on my paper towel. And that's it. So what I want to show you though, with doing the little earring studs, or if you need to fill in a stone, if something falls out of a pair of earrings and you want to add, you can just do little tiny drops. So I have this little jewelry holder here for putting my studs in while I let them dry, because I don't want to have it on its side and then have it start to lean over to one side. This is going to ensure that it's going to dry level, and a nice round level. So put it right in there. So these are the ones that I did with that red. So I hope this gives you some fun ideas. If you lose a stone in your jewelry, maybe you could just add in a little bit of this, cover over it, create your own little design pattern, or just go shopping at the store and see what kind of jewelry you can come up with to fill in with the Nuvo drops. And again, these are just great for your card making whenever you need just a little something fancy. It really just adds a lot to your cards. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please visit me at Hands, Head, and Heart, and visit us at Gina K Designs for more ideas. Thanks so much for watching today. God bless.